Hello Libra and welcome back to Appalachian Tarot. I am so glad that you have joined me for this week's reading. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm very glad that you've decided to be with us. I just want to say as I begin the reading that this is a collective reading for the sign of Libra, so however that resonates with you, you are more than welcome here. I also want to welcome the cross watcher who is joining us. They might not be a Libra, but they might be dealing with a Libra and need someone who needs some advice on what's going on with their person. So you're more than welcome here. We're going to start the reading with a Seasons of the Witch Oracle card, as we do all the time. It's my favorite Oracle deck. We're using the Beltane deck because we are in the month of March. The vernal equinox has just passed us by, and so spring has sprung, and this is the most seasonally appropriate deck available. While I'm shuffling, I do want to remind you, dear Libra, that this is a collective reading for your sign. So take what resonates, leave the rest. It's just for another Libra who is watching. Use your own intuition when you are watching my channel. The universe will tell you what it is trying to say through me and through the cards. You will know better than I will. So I want you to join me in accessing that intuition while watching this reading. Alrighty, I'm just going to keep shuffling until the universe tells me not to. Sometimes it's pretty quick, sometimes it takes a minute. I hope you're having a lovely week, Libra. Here where I'm at in the southern Appalachian Mountains, spring is in full bloom, or it's starting to be anyway. We had a couple cold days, but weather is starting to warm up, and that is very welcome. Especially for me, because I did a reading for myself at the end of last year that said springtime was when things were really going to kick into action for me. So I'm looking forward to a new fresh start with the coming of spring, and I hope, dear Libra, that you are as well. I'm still shuffling. I apologize. I'm not in control of this. The universe is. I think that this is the one they want me to use, though. It just sort of jumped out. I don't know what it is. I'm showing it to you first. What is it? Honey! Oh, neat. All right. The sweetness of you swells in the grace of your pool. Oh, so beautifully lethal. Okay, so this is the first time I have gotten the honey card. This is a fairly new Oracle deck to me. I discovered Seasons of the Witch at the end of last year. I opened straight to it. Okay, the universe definitely wanted you to have this card because I never open straight to the card I'm looking for. Okay, let's just go right in. Your keyword is sweetness. Beautifully lethal. That's a phrase that sticks out to me. Let's read. What is it saying? You've probably heard the phrase, you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar, which easily applies to manifestation, magic, and even healing. Your soul attracts more with positivity, love, and compassion than it does anger, frustration, and sadness. So if you have found yourself in a period of unrest, jealousy, heartache, or fear, know that the path of healing yourself is through allowing sweetness to swell within your being. Rejoice in the success and good fortune of others. Celebrate the good in your life rather than focusing on what's wrong or broken. Find compassion and forgiveness for those who have brought you pain. Each act of sweetness repairs the breaks in your heart, leading you on to the journey towards your restoration. Your abundance will be tenfold when you walk the path of sweetness, even if you have not felt much heartache and are currently experiencing a period of good fortune. The more you lean into kindness, the more you lean into the kindness of your heart, the more increase you shall see return to you, an increase in love, in wealth, in health, or joy, or all of the above. What a lovely card. Okay, wow. Honey. So beautifully lethal. You can kill them with kindness, dear Libra. That's what I'm getting here. Kill them with kindness. Whoever has hurt you, turn the other cheek. Sometimes the most powerful thing we can do and the sweetest revenge we can have is to be unbothered. So I think that's what the universe is trying to say. But you go ahead and meditate on that honey card and what it means to you as I shuffle the tarot and get ready for our Celtic cross. Just meditate on that and see what it is the universe is trying to say to you individually, Libra. Remembering that this is a collective reading. And I've done spilt my cards. Alright, just keep meditating while I get my life together over here. Oh, golly. Alrighty. Cut the deck. I feel like you want me to cut the deck. Libra, keep meditating. I'm going to keep shuffling. It doesn't feel like it's time to stop yet. Just keep meditating for me there, dear Libra. Close your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. And again. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, here we go. This is it. Alrighty. What does the universe want to say to Libra? What are we killing them with kindness with? You in the current position. Oh, golly, the Nine of Swords. Okay. Sweet Libra, you've been going through it, haven't you? You really have been going through it, Libra. Some of this despair here and pain. And the candle just sizzled, telling me that there is despair and pain. Let's see if it sizzles again when I say what I'm about to say, what I was thinking when it sizzled. I feel like some of this is self-imposed. That in some ways you are the author of your own unhappiness. I don't know what that means, but it's a feeling that I have. I do get a sense here with the honey card that you may be acting out, taking some of your pain out on other people, consciously or unconsciously, and that you need to start looking at what you do have instead of what you have lost, and that you need a change of perspective. Let's keep going. What's blocking you? Page of Pentacles. I get the feeling that for some of you, you have lost a job that you really like, that you have taken a metaphorical beating professionally, that there is someone who possibly you thought was dedicated to you, committed to you, who turned out to be fickle, who turned out to be unreliable. That could be in love, but I think for some of you, at least, it's business. This is someone at work has done you dirty, whether you've been laid off by a company you gave years to, or that you I get the feeling that some of you have left a job where you felt like you were loyal to this company or this employer and they were not loyal to you, and that you are ready to badmouth them all over town. And I think that the universe is telling you, don't. That will come back to haunt you. Don't burn bridges. I'm getting a strong sense, whatever this is, that Libra, they don't want you, the universe is telling you not to burn any bridges here, as tempting as it may be. And I do get the feeling that some of you, some people really deserve to have those bridges burned. Don't do it. Don't give in to that base instinct there. But I do get the sense that whoever, like this, there's a sense that someone didn't uphold their end of the bargain, or somebody screwed you over. I get the feeling that this is work. But this could be love. Let's keep going. What's in your immediate past? Yeah, Three of Cups reversed. You have definitely been betrayed. There's a sense here that there's a third-party energy with this, which does make me think that somebody came between you and maybe like somebody stole a promotion that you thought was yours. This could also be love reading. This could be that there's a third-party energy, whether it's somebody's cheated on you or they are spending too much time with their friends and not you, or they're excluding you from some sort of group gathering. This could also be that you've been overextended in some way. Overindulgence is a key word when it comes to the Three of Cups reversed. So this could be also a situation where your work-life balance was very much out of whack. You were spending too much time with your colleagues, and I'm getting a sense here that doesn't necessarily mean you were working too hard. I think that your social life was tied up with your coworkers in unhealthy ways, that there weren't any boundaries, that you were possibly in a workplace where, like everyone socialized. I don't know. Let's keep going. What's in your future if nothing changes? Yeah. Six of Wands reversed. You're not going to have the public recognition that you think you deserve. I really get the feeling that you've been screwed out of something at work. That somebody has really done you dirty in a work environment, and that you are tempted to play just as dirty, and the universe is asking you not to. But this could also be that you are getting a little arrogant, that you're not owning up to. Remember when I said that this feels like some of you are the author of your own unhappiness? I think that there's a possibility that you're not recognizing the control you had over this situation. You could be partly responsible for what's happened here, Libra. You definitely need to move forward with more compassion, kindness, optimism, hope, appreciation, gratitude. These are all things that I feel like you need to start operating from a place of, and you're not currently. And if you don't change, you're not going to. And I think that you're just going to continue to have the same disastrous results that you've had here that have left you in this energy of the Nine of Swords. So I just want you to, I think a change of perspective is key here. Let's keep going. What are you conscious of? The Hermit reversed. You've withdrawn yourself. There's a sense that you are very lonely. I do get the feeling that this is not the path you thought you were going to be on. There is a sense that I get the sense that you feel as though your whole world has fallen apart with whatever this change is that's brought you so sad, that you don't think there's anyone that you can reach out to. Hurt people. Libra, I think that quite possibly you were the one who quit this position because, or you were thinking of quitting anyway. You didn't want to be there anymore. Whether you were laid off, sacked, or, left on your own accord, I do get the feeling that you are the one, you wanted to separate because you weren't getting your needs met. you know? But there is this sense of isolation and loneliness. Whatever the situation was, it became untenable for you. You didn't feel that you were supported in the ways that you think you should have been. And quite possibly you weren't, you know. I do get the feeling here with this Page of Pentacles that you didn't get the support that you were promised, or you didn't get the support that you needed. I don't think this is all your fault. I know that I said you could be the author of your own misfortune here, but I don't think that it's all your fault. I think that there was just a lot of there's blame to go around here. I'm not sure that anyone is covered in glory in this situation, whatever it is. But I really do think that you have come to the realization that this is for the best. You were not where you needed to be, and now the universe can position you to where you need to be. But you are taking this very hard. Like, this is a very difficult separation, whatever it is. And the universe is asking you with the Honey card to please look at the things that you do still have. And I think if you do look at the things that you do still have, and you move forward with gratitude and optimism, that you'll quickly find your way. What are you not conscious of? What's really driving this situation? What's your subconscious? Yeah, the Seven of Cups. Okay. There's a certain level of unrealistic expectations that come with the Seven of Cups. It is a card of the words fairy gifts always stick out in my mind, in that, you know, things are not always what they seem. Magic always comes with a price. But this is also opportunities. I think you're starting to see the glass as half full instead of half empty. That whatever this misery here is with the Nine of Swords, and whoever this Page of Pentacles is, I do get the feeling that you're beginning to see the silver lining to this cloud, and that your perspective is already beginning to shift. You may not even realize it, but I think that you are starting to see more and more light in your life. And if you start to pay attention, you'll notice that you're starting to see more and more light, and you're starting to feel happier and happier. And I think that if you embrace that feeling, you can start operating from a position of the Honey card here, which is telling you to really sort of embrace that inner sweetness, kill them with kindness. You in the now. This is your influence over the situation, rather. Okay. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I definitely get the feeling that this is a work reading for most of you. Like, this is definitely about your career, and I really do get the feeling that whatever the situation here is, whether you may not have separated from this company or this employer, by the way, this could be that you have, that you're thinking about it, and the universe is telling you, I think that you should, but don't burn those bridges. Remember, do not burn those bridges. That much is very clear to me. That phrase keeps coming to mind over and over again. Don't burn your bridges. Whatever you do not burn your bridges, Libra. Do not burn your bridges. All right. I definitely feel like you are operating from a scarcity mindset here, which is very frightening. I think money is there are money issues here. Whatever this is, I feel like there is a fear within you that you are not going to have enough to get by. Whether that is actually money, which I believe it is for most of you that are watching this, but it could be something you're not going to have enough love, or you're not going to have enough energy, or whatever it is. And again, I asked you to meditate at the beginning. You're going to know better than I am, but for a lot of you, I'm getting the sense that this is really like financial anxiety that you're experiencing. You may not feel like you are ready to leave this job, or you may have left this job voluntarily, or I think for at least a sizable portion of you involuntarily against your will, and now you're stressed about money. And that is sort of driving your situation. And if that is the case, what you could be thinking here is, I need to find another job that paid as well as that. And your subconscious here and the universe here is telling you to think maybe more altruistically, and to worry less about money and worry more about your own happiness. Perhaps you were in a career that you don't like, but you stuck with it because it paid well. Money does not buy happiness. Now, money certainly helps people to be happy. You have to think about money. No one works a job without getting paid. We have to take care of ourselves. And in our society, money is how we do that. We're not a barter society. So you do have to make some money. But perhaps money shouldn't be the top priority right now for you. Although it needs to be a priority, because I do get the feeling that a lot of you are having financial insecurities right now. And Libra, that's not somewhere I want you to be. Outside influences, Seven of Swords, reversed. Yeah, someone screwed you over. Plain and simple. I do kind of feel like they're going to see the error of their ways. So if you haven't left this job yet, it may be worth hearing them out. Someone may come to you with an opportunity you weren't expecting. There are things I feel that people aren't saying to you that you might want to find out. People are keeping secrets from you. People are being deceptive. People are running away with your ideas, your thoughts. People are stealing your ideas. There's a lot of backstabbing and pettiness in this. Like, wherever you're at, I do feel like you're in a very cutthroat, petty, vindictive environment where people there's not a lot of teamwork, there's not a lot of support, and I think that you need to get yourself out of this situation and move to a place where there's sweetness. But I think in the meantime, you need to be very careful about how you operate. I think that there are people working against you, and that you need to make sure that you are keeping a smile on your face and killing them with kindness. I mean, that phrase keeps coming back, and I think it's oh so beautifully lethal on the card, which has brought it to mind, but I think that it's worth repeating. You do not want to burn your bridges. Again, do not burn your bridges. But these people are nasty. Whoever it is around you, there's some nasty energy here. And Libra, I want you to be very, very aware of that. All right, here we are in your hopes and fears. Yeah, you're afraid I'm right, frankly, that these people are nasty and that there are secrets and that there are things happening around you that you're unaware of and you can't see. And I firmly believe there are. There's a lot of really, really nasty energy here. I don't like the Moon card to begin with. I think it's sort of an ominous card. Other people disagree. They do like the Moon card. Whatever it is, it is a card of intuition. It is a card of the subconscious. You need to really be paying attention to your intuition right now. You need to be accessing that. I think something's going on here. Something's wrong. You may even have a suspicion of who is to blame for whatever this is. I would not go in with, both barrels loaded, guns a-blazing, metaphorically or literally. Please don't shoot anyone. That never solves anything. But I hate that I have to say that, but welcome to America. Look, kill them with kindness. Operate from a place of compassion, but don't let yourself be walked all over. And frankly, I think your fears are warranted here. There's somebody here who's screwing you over, or it could be more than one person. There are things that you can't see, things that are happening behind your back that you need to be very, very aware of, Libra. And so I would start digging into it. I would start finding out who this Page of Pentacles is if you don't know who it is. And this could be more than one person operating against you, because you've got the Three of Cups reversed here. And to me, that's like third-party energy or group energy. And I feel like there are people here that are conspiring against you in some way, which is what makes me really think that this is, you don't usually, I guess if you're having an affair, you can conspire against your partner in that way. But when I think of conspiracy, like conspiring, I don't necessarily think of love. I really do think of this is something to do with money or job or work or something. Okay, Libra, you read it how you want, but and how it applies to you. I'm going to move this over a little because we got to draw one more card and I'm running out of room here. But let's see what the most likely outcome here is, Libra. The Magician reversed. Ooh, gosh, golly. Okay. If you have not left this job yet, I suggest you do it now. Shift your perspective from this Six of Wands reversed, where you are kind of, I think, in a very bitter energy right now. Libra, I really think you're sort of operating from a vindictive place, and you need to stop that. But I also think you need to be aware that you're operating from a vindictive place because people have done you dirty. They've done you dirty. And you really need to get yourself out of this situation if you are not out of it already. And I don't like that Magician card reversed there. I feel like you are being manipulated. Manipulation's on the card, but I do get the feeling that there are people who are really just, they're using their talents against you. They're using their authority against you. I don't like this. I don't like it at all. You're going to continue to not be recognized the way that you should be recognized. But I think that for you, the Magician in reverse as the most likely outcome, what I'm getting from that is that you understand that your talents have been underutilized, that you understand that you can do more, be more somewhere else. And if you go to that place, you're going to be able to succeed and flourish in ways that you aren't wherever you are right now or wherever you were. And I think some of you have left this situation behind and you're just kind of trying to figure out your next step. I think some of you are contemplating leaving this situation behind. Either way, I think all of you, no matter what your personal circumstances are, I do think all of you are trying to figure out what those next steps need to be. And I think that the next steps will become apparent once you shift your perspective and start looking at what you do have. And it just occurred to me that when I say what you do have, it could be not looking at what you don't have, like the things that you need to work on and improve within yourself, but looking at your strengths as an employee, as a person. You know, we all have weaknesses, it's true, myself included. We all have things we're not good at, things we'd like to change about ourselves, and there's a time for us to focus on that, okay? I get the feeling that this is not a time for you to focus on your weaknesses. This is a time for you to focus on your strengths and what makes Libra unique and uniquely qualified. You're already good at your job, or good at being a boyfriend or a girlfriend, a husband or a wife, whatever the case may be. Though I have to be honest, I think this is really a work reading. I think this is work. But you need confidence in yourself. You need to really focus on your own abilities and to remember your own abilities. And that honey card, talking about killing with kindness and being compassionate and looking at the things you do have, it could be telling you to exercise a little self-compassion here, and to and to put self-care first, and to remember that you are capable and talented and worth whatever recognition or support you've been denied. You are worth it. What's on the bottom of the deck? Oh, okay. I don't know what's on the bottom of the deck because I didn't pick it up. So we're going to go ahead and read that. Okay. Four of Wands. And what I can't see, I see that you're going to find the place that you're supposed to be. You are not where you're supposed to be right now, Libra, but you will find where you are supposed to be, where you can flourish, where your talents will be recognized and appreciated, where you will be recognized and appreciated. You're going to find that place, okay? I don't know when. I can't see when. I mean, when I look at the bottom of the deck, that's what I can't see. And so what I can't see with this card is the time frame for this. And I wish I could, but I can't. I wouldn't give up on yourself, though. What's this card, I wonder? Two of Swords reversed. Yeah, you're out of balance with yourself. And with this situation, you're at a crossroads, and I think that the path forward is obvious. You have to separate yourself from whatever this is. I don't normally... look, I'm just going to be direct with you. I think this is a toxic situation, and you need to get yourself out of it, Libra, whatever it is. I get the feeling for a lot of you this is a job. Maybe not all of you. Maybe some of you this is friends. Maybe some of you this is like church. I don't get the feeling that this is like a romantic relationship. It could be, I suppose, for some of you. I'm going to go ahead and leave that option open, but if I'm being honest with you, I really think this is some sort of institution where you're and I've been talking about work, but when I say work, I do mean more like the material plane. Frankly, I'm talking about any sort of interpersonal group dynamic, you know, so it could be somewhere you're volunteering. It could be a church you're at where you're not necessarily having a crisis of faith. You know, I'm a universalist, so I believe all religions lead back to the ultimate truth. So it could be your church, it could be your mosque, it could be your synagogue, your coven, whatever the case may be, where you just don't feel like you are being recognized or treated fairly. And you're not having a crisis of faith. You don't want to leave the denomination or the religion. You just need to leave those people. I mean, the Hierophant's not here, so I don't know that it's necessarily that, but I am getting the feeling that for some of you, this could be a social situation or a spiritual situation and not, strictly speaking, a workplace. But I think for a lot of you, it is just sort of a workplace in the very basic capitalist sense of the term. Like you're an employee whose boss is just screwing you over. Welcome to Appalachia. That's been our history for the last 150 years. Sucks, doesn't it, Libra? But I just want to say I'm very happy with my employment right now, and my bosses know that. They know that very much, in fact. I love where I work. I'm very blessed. But generally speaking, Appalachians have not been that lucky when it comes to work. I am fortunate. And I get the feeling that you're not either right now. But you can be. But the most important message I can leave you with, Libra, is don't burn your bridges. Whatever it is, it's not worth it. Don't burn your bridges, please. You know, you never know when you're going to need some of these contacts again in the future. I do get the feeling that these people could come back in your life in some way. Especially if you were working in a small industry, or you are churching or mosquing or synagoguing in a small town, or a place where your religious community is small. You may need to rely on these people someday. These people may come back into your orbit, and so don't burn your bridges, but get yourself out of whatever this situation is. All right, let's end with an Oracle of Delphi card, Libra. I like to end with these because they are optimistic and they are pretty to look at. So we'll go ahead and shuffle, see what the universe wants to say to you before we part ways for the week. I just want to thank you, though, for sticking with me and joining me for this reading. If you found it useful, please like and subscribe. It helps to grow the channel and reach more Libras. But also, feel free to share it with another Libra if you think that they may get something from it. Maybe this didn't resonate with you, but it resonated with your grandma, or it resonated with the situation that your dad or your best friend or your partner is going through, and they are a Libra. Send it to them. Send it to them. I suppose you could send it to someone who isn't a Libra, but You know, if you're just like, hey, ignore the sign and take this guy's advice, I mean, I don't know how I would feel if I got that from someone. Like, hey, this has absolutely nothing to do with your sign. I just think that you're screwing your life up. And you should go ahead. I'd have some questions. But hell, send it to whoever you want. I don't care. Probably another Libra, though. This is really a sign for Libra. Because then it's like, you know, it's not like, oh, this tarot reader picked up your energy. Then it's just like, I think you're a hot mess. Has nothing to do with you. It just made me think of you. It's like, oh, that I'm surrounded by toxic people. And I really think that, Libra, that is what it is. You're surrounded by toxic people. I'm sorry, I'm still shuffling. I don't want to end this reading until they give me a card. Oh, one just flew across the room. Was it one? Yeah, it's one. Oh, shit. All right, you got the Illusionist. Divert. Spellbind. Revamp. Unveil. Yeah. Revamp is the word that's sticking out to me. I think you need to revamp your approach to this situation, and then you need to get the hell out of it. I think that while you're... Ooh, this could also be them. This could also be this other people keeping secrets from you. Look, I think either way, like this is telling you, it is time for you to walk away from the situation, to change your perspective, kill them with kindness. Don't burn your bridges. And that's all I've got for you this week, Libra. You take care of yourselves. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.